Hello students. Today in this class we will discuss some special units for time and mass, and after that the topic will be scalar and vector. Okay, so first heading is special units for mass. As we have discussed that the SI unit for mass is kilogram and CGS unit for mass is gram. But there are some other units for mass also. For example, milligram, quintal, AMU, and ton. Then we will discuss in this topic that how they special units, how the other units related to the kilogram SI unit. Okay, so first our heading is means we can say subheading. First the special unit is quintal. It is 100 times a kilogram, or we can say 1 quintal equals to 100 gram. 100 sorry kilogram. Next other unit we can say metric ton. It is also unit for mass. And what is metric ton? It is 1000 times a kilogram. So we can say 1 metric ton equals 1000 kilogram. Next unit for mass is AMU. It is its full form is atomic mass unit. And how it is defined? Actually, it is defined as the 1/12th the mass of one carbon 12 atom. So we can write here 1 AMU equals to 1/12 of the mass of carbon 12 atom. Means when we put the value of mass of carbon 12 atom here, then we get the value of 1 AMU, and it will be 1.655 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kilogram. Next we can say milligram is also the unit for mass. But as we have discussed that in SI prefixes that milli symbol means 10 raised to power minus 3. So of course 1 milligram will be 10 raised to power minus 3 gram. So next is some units for time. As we know, in CGS, MKS, FPS or SI, for the time the unit is second. It is common. But some other units for time also here, like lunar month, decade, century, millennium, leap year, minute, hour, day. So these are some other units. First is lunar month. What is lunar month? Actually, the English calendar is based on the period of revolution of Earth around the Sun. But our Hindi calendars are based on the period of revolution of the Moon around the Earth. One lunar month is the time in which the Moon completes one revolution around the Earth. The period of revolution of Moon around the Earth is nearly 27.3 days. So we can say a lunar month is of nearly 4 weeks or 27.3 days. Next is leap year. As all know that leap year is the year in which the month of February is of 29 days. So leap year is thus of 366 days. Next is decade. A decade is of 10 years, thus we can say one decade equals to 10 years, or when we convert this year into seconds, as we know 1 year equals to 365 days, then one day equals to 24 hours, then 1 hour equals to 3600 seconds. So when we convert this value into second, then we get 3.1536 into 10 raised to power 8 seconds. Next unit for time is century. What is century? As all know, century means in cricket also we can hear century means 100 runs. So simply Similarly, in this, a century is of 100 years. So it is equals to 100 years. Next is millennium. Millennium is of 1000 years. And last unit for time is shake. 1 shake equals to 10 raised to power minus 8 seconds. Okay, so these were some special units for mass and time. In last class, we have discussed some special units for length also. Now, our next heading is scalar and vector. So, scalar and vector. First, scalar. Scalars are those quantities that have only magnitude. They need not direction. Suppose mass. If I ask you that what is your mass, then your answer will be in kilogram. It may be 30, 40 or 50 kilogram. Okay, so it's sufficient knowledge about the mass that yeah, it is 30 kg. Then there no need for telling the direction, that in which direction the mass is this. Okay, so those quantities that have only magnitude and they need no direction. So, for example, mass, time, temperature, distance, etc. Speed, or can say. Next is vector. Vector quantities are those quantities that have magnitude as well as direction. Means suppose we are talking about force. How force is vector? As we know, if I ask you to push a block by applying a 2 Newton force, then you should ask me that, ma'am, in which direction I should apply the force. So force the force is not complete only asking about magnitude. Its information will be complete by direction as well as magnitude. So force is a vector quantity. Suppose weight. What is weight? Weight is different from mass. In normal language, we say that weight is similar to mass. If I ask to you that what is your weight, then your answer will be 30 or 40 or 50 kg. But it is not weight, it is mass. Weight is actually the gravitational force applied by Earth on an object, and it is calculated by mass into g, gravity. So if I ask to you what is your weight, then your answer should be, suppose your mass is 30 kg, then answer will be 30 into g. And what is g? It is gravity, 9.8. So weight is actually the force which is applied by Earth on any body. And if it is force, if it is the type of gravitational force, then we can say it is vector, because force need direction. And acceleration, displacement. How displacement? Actually, there is difference between distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar, but displacement is vector. How? Actually, if we see that distance and displacement both are lengths. Units for both is meter or centimeter or kilometer. Both are measured in same unit. But what is difference between distance and displacement? Actually, distance is the total path traveled by a body. Total length of path. Okay, but displacement, it depends on direction. It is actually the length of shortest distance between initial and final point. Okay, so it depends on direction. So displacement is vector and distance is scalar. We can take one example. Suppose the question is, if Ram goes by 3 meter towards east, then 4 meter towards north, find out distance and displacement. So distance, it is total length of path. And what is total length of path? 3 plus 4 means 7 meter. So distance will be 7. But displacement, it is not 7. It is the shortest distance between initial and final point. Initial point is this, final is this. So this length gives the value of displacement. And how can I calculate this? This can be calculated by Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is applied for right angle triangle. So its side will be 3 square base square plus perpendicular square, means it will be 5 meter. So displacement is 5 meter but distance is 7 meter. So there is difference between both the quantities, and displacement is vector, distance is scalar. Now what are the differences between scalar and vector? Actually, first difference is this, that scalars are represented by only their symbol. Symbol means if I want to represent the time, then I use for time it is small t. If I want to represent the mass, then I can write m. If I want to write speed, then I can write x. Only by symbols, the representation is normally by their symbol. But for representing vector quantity, we need symbol as well as a arrow, because symbol shows the magnitude but arrowhead shows the direction associated with this. So if I want to write force, then symbol is F, but a arrowhead should be there. This arrow represents that force has certain direction associated with it. So vector quantities are represented by a symbol with arrowhead. Suppose acceleration like this, weight W, this velocity V with arrow. One another representation for vector is also here. Vectors are represented by either the symbol with arrowhead or bold letters. Bold letters means if I want to write force, then in bold letters I can write. This also represents the force. Acceleration like this. So by writing bold letters, we can also represent the vectors quantity. But when we write the letters in bold form, then that is the vestige of time. So for writing normally we just use the arrowhead, this type of representation. Okay, now next difference is, what is the difference? First, representation. Second, scalars are calculated by the ordinary algebra. For example, in this triangle question, if I want to calculate the distance, then by ordinary algebra only just sum 3 plus 4 7. Okay, suppose one more example we can take here. Suppose a body starts from A, it goes in east direction by 20 meter and reach at point B, and then it returns back and stops at C, and the distance between B and C is 10 meter. If I want to find out the distance, then distance, since it is a scalar, so by applying ordinary algebra we can find out distance. Means 20 plus 10 is distance. Okay, just add them, 20 and 10, without keeping the direction in mind. But if I want to calculate the displacement, that is vector, so for calculating this I should follow the direction. Means in one direction I have to take positive, and in other direction, in opposite direction, I have to take negative. So displacement will be plus 20 minus 10, that is 10 meter towards east. So this is the difference between calculation of scalars and vector. Scalars are calculated by ordinary algebra, but vectors are calculated by vector algebra. And vector algebra in which when we calculate the vector, just always follow the direction. If we consider one direction and positive, then we have to take the other opposite direction as negative. That is vector algebra. So in this case distance will be 20 plus 30. No need to follow the direction, only 30. But for displacement it will be plus 20 because it is towards east, and minus 10 because it is towards west. So plus 10 meter will be displacement. So these two differences. Third, the definition. Scalars have only magnitude, but the vectors have magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so these are some differences between scalar and vector. Now representation of vectors. If I want to represent the vector graphically, then as we know in graph there are two axes, x and y. Okay, suppose I want to represent the first example is 2-meter displacement towards east. Then, as we know, always consider this direction as east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. If I want to draw the 2-meter graphically towards east, then first we have to consider a scale, because as we know in graphs there are blocks having 1 centimeter length. We can't draw the 2 meter. 2 meter is means 200 centimeter. So in graph the representation of 2 meter is not possible. So first consider a scale of 2 meter in terms of centimeter. So let 1 meter equals to 1 centimeter. Then 2 meter will be 2 centimeter. So now we can represent this 2 meter in graph very easily. Okay, so just starts from horizon. Suppose it is graph starts from horizon and towards east. So towards east direction, just make a line of 2 centimeter, 1 and 2. Suppose it is O point, it is A point. Just mark here east. So this vector gives the 2 meter towards east. Suppose next is 35 meter per second square acceleration towards west. Then first our task is consider the scale. Let 7 meter per second square equals to 1 centimeter. Always consider the scale in terms of centimeter, because in graphs there are blocks having 1 centimeter. So if I consider 7 meter per second square equals to 1 centimeter, then 35 meter per second square will be 5 centimeter. Now I can represent this acceleration in graph. How? Starts from horizon towards west direction. Just draw a line of 5 centimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this line is a representation of 35 meter per second square towards west. Right here west. Suppose this line starts from O and ends A. So this is the representation of 35 meter per second square towards the west. Next, now represent the vector. Suppose third example is a vector 50 Newton force 45 degree northeast direction. Means this time I have to represent the 50 Newton in northeast direction at an angle 45 degree. First our task is let the scale. Suppose it is you can assume 25 Newton equals to 1 centimeter. So 50 Newton will be 2 centimeter. Now just make the directions. This is east, this is north. Now I have to plot this 50 Newton at the 45 degree angle. Just make the 45 degree angle with east direction. Just mark here that it is the 45 degree with east. So and in east direction it is the line, and we have to plot 2 centimeter line. So just starts from horizon 1, 2. So this line, this O to A, gives the representation of 50 Newton at 45 degree in northeast direction. Last example, 75 Newton force at 30 degree north west. First, let the scale. Suppose 25 Newton equals to 1 centimeter. So 75 Newton will be 3 centimeter. Now, in northwest direction. So, again mark it is north direction, it is west. And we have to make a line at 30 degree angle with the west direction. So, just make an angle of 30 degree with the west. Now, how much length of the line I have to plot here? 3 centimeter. So starts from horizon 1, 2, 3. So this O to A, this line gives the representation of 75 Newton force at the angle of 30 degree in northwest direction. So this was the representation of a scalar vector. Thank you students. In next class we will start the new topic.